Welcome back to the Sunday of the number 6 episode where I get to speak funny jokes in bed. So last week my hamster died and it's very sad. It has been, for a year that he has been in the family and now he died. It reminds me that no matter how hard we try, no matter what we want to do in life, we're all gonna die one day, and that's the inevitable in life. It all comes down to what you want people to say at your funeral. I want people to say in my funeral, she had been a good friend and she did amazing things in life, and I will always remember her. And wait, look, she's still moving. Relationship jokes. A man asked a woman, "What is your favorite position?" And the woman said, "CEO." If he would have asked me, I would say CXO. After a week talking about relationships, I want to talk a little more about relationships. The biggest problem the women face in China is the phenomenon of phoenix men. Phoenix is this legendary large bird that is born from the fire, the flames. Is powerful and beautiful, and phoenix men is a kind of men that are from very poor families and live and grow up in poverty, but through hard work, education, and constant struggle, he is able to come out of poverty and climb the social ladder and become someone important and provide for their family. So those are the phoenix men. I have to say, I really admire them because they are self-realized. They are powerful, they are strong, and they don't give up. And they have many qualities that we all admire. However, I don't want to be in their position. I don't want to be in their shoes, because to be a phoenix man, life is complicated. The people from a lower social class will look at you saying, "You're just lucky. We grew up in the same kind of society, same kind of neighborhood, and you get the chance because you're lucky." And they're jealous, you see? And people from higher social class would say, "Who are you to become my boss or to occupy this important position in the society? I have 3 generations, doctors, lawyers, or politicians." They can just simply dismiss you and look down upon you just for where you come from. And I think not just the Chinese society, this happens in every single society when you have like a new rich or the great Gatsby, for example. And when it comes to relationships, it's even more complicated, because when a phoenix man dates, and they would choose usually a woman as a partner from work or from school, and those people are usually grow up in the middle class, wealthy families, and when they have to become a family member of this phoenix man, there's like a big cultural clash. People complain on the internet. One thing is when a woman gave birth to their newborn, the phoenix man would say, "We are not going to hire a babysitter because the baby should be taken care by the direct family members." But in fact, he's just don't want to spend the money hiring a babysitter. Or if they buy a new house and they are renovating their beautiful new house or apartment, and the phoenix man would not want to spend money in buying a dishwasher because he thinks that he's seeing his mother washing the dishes by hand all her life, and she thinks it's unnecessary to spend that money. And he'll come up with some excuses like wasting water, wasting electricity, and refuse to actually look at the facts and data to say some benefits from getting certain equipment or hiring certain services. I know also some artists are phoenix artists. Maybe you say, impossible. If someone can afford art school, his family must be rich. Not necessarily. Many European countries, they have free education, so you can have like a very good quality art education without paying a penny. And also there could be a student loans, or they could have some scholarships from their outstanding academic performances. So I know many artists, they come from poorer, or let's say relatively poor families, and when they are competing against other artists from generations of gallerists and museum collectors or some very important wealthy families, they became bitter, aggressive, or let's say a very sore loser, or even if they compete and win, they can be very insecure in their wealth or in their status. For example, they look at their other fellow artists always as competitors and trying to put them down whenever he could, so that he can be always on top. This insecurity is not very attractive, especially towards a woman, and that's perhaps why women complain about the Phoenix men. Is there a solution towards not being this unlikable Phoenix man? And I would say yes. Number one solution is being a woman, is that because you're a woman, the society gives you a double standard, is that if you are coming across being cheap or you're like big savers, you're price sensitive, people just say, oh, you're such a good housewife, or you're like such a good mother, or you're like, you know how to save, so you're ecological, you're economical, and people don't shame you for this if you're a woman. And I would say also, if you are more generous, that you financially or emotionally supporting people from lower social class, like through donation or through mentorship, that you are offering other people opportunities to be successful as well, then the social pressure is also less on you. I think it's also about fitting into the new social class that you are living with. So if you are in the middle class now, perhaps you can adapt yourself to certain kind of consumer behaviors of your current social class. I'm not saying buy Louis Vuitton bags, but I guess when it comes to spending on necessities, and the more necessities. So now there is like a big social movement on why you should use dishwashers. I don't know who actually made it. Maybe it's a lobbying thing, but perhaps having a dishwasher helps. If you are willing to use your current resources, like your wealth, and behave more secure with your financial situation, perhaps is the key to, let's say, remove the Phoenix Man label from yourself and start making new friends and living in a new social class where you currently belong. Well, I think that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video.